So as you guys know, I recently migrated to Kingdom 2891. I reached out to Bilal and I moved over here and they've accepted me. So the reason that I'm making this video is because I'm seeing things that I really like about this kingdom. And I hope that many kingdoms will be able to learn from 2891 and adopt some of the things that they do here in the kingdom. There's actually a lot of kingdom mails that has been sent in the in the kingdom. They are guidelines for the players within the kingdom. They're not like super strict for what I've seen with other kingdoms, but there's a few things that I really like that they have been saying in here that I've never ever seen in the kingdoms that I have been before. As you guys know, as we played the game, DKP has now been a lot more predominant within Rise of Kingdoms. And within DKP system, I've seen, this is why I don't like, the DKP system, honestly. I've seen so many things that players do within the game that fakes the DKP. And this is why I don't fully support the DKP system. Because there are players who are gonna say, yeah, they get DKP when they still fighting whenever it doesn't really matters anymore. So like right now, we've already secured our zone in here. Fighting here, right? Trying to pick up a fight right now doesn't make any sense. It is a non-value added fight. And some kingdoms will still count the DKP that players earn throughout the KVK. See, I am the type of player that if I see no more value on fighting, I think the kingdom should pull out and finish it up. So for example, when I was in 2581, when we fought our Kingsland, when we finished it within one day, within a few hours, we secured the Kingsland, and that was it. There's really no need to keep on making some certain, reckless fighting just to consume resources or to burn out your speed ups just to achieve the DKP system. So I disagree with those kind of things. It's not all about the stats as well. People care too much about the stats, which I don't give a damn about. What I care about is how can I help the kingdom win whenever the battle is at stake. Whenever, if we're losing, I got to put out everything. I got to defend. Which you guys, who have followed me closely have seen what we have done in the kingdoms of 1412, right? We did a lot over there, 1382, and even in 228. We've done so much work whenever the fightings are important. But whenever it's not important, I don't even log in for that. Like, if we're secure the zone, people are just wanting to fight, burning flags for nothing as well when they're trying to push. Like, if we're trying to target a certain goal, then yeah, I think it's worth it. I think that's good. But, if it's not non-value added fights, it's really not worth it. So this is something that I like what they have said in here in the kingdom. One thing, taking rallies. All right, so taking rallies from enemy will get you removed from the rewards list. So a lot of players will try to take rallies, and whenever they take rallies, this DKP also counts. So this is not good. It's also faking the stats that you're getting from the rally. So I think every kingdom should do this type of approach and avoid players purposely trying to get rally because they're just trying to farm the KP, and it's really not value added into the open field fighting, and that specific player who takes on the rally will consume a lot more resources as well. Now, I am not against taking rallies. I think sometimes it's fun. I've done this, but I think in a KVK that matters so much, I think taking rallies will definitely hinder you more for that single player to progress. I think it's also cheating because you're going to accumulate so much KP and you're going to outperform the other players, while other players who are trying to fight in the open field and grind. Now, taking rallies is definitely very useful as well in a sense of making more debts towards to the enemies as well. So that is, one point to bring out in here as well. As you guys can see, a message in here from the leadership: taking rallies in LK when online will be punished with a reward ban from all LK rewards from now on. In the past few dozens of players have taken rallies while being online, impacting DKP scores with KP not earned in a real fight. So this is something that I like because I've been in kingdoms where people take rallies, and whenever they're trying to implement this DKP system, it's fake. These people who took the rallies in comparison to people who actually fight in the open field should not matter, right? Should not correlate, because the contribution is very, very different. It says here, to avoid this, taking city rallies is now prohibited. As mentioned above, breaking this rule will result in a huge punishment. Officers will keep an eye for anyone taking a rally to enforce this rule. If you have taken a rally while online before this mail was sent, you won't be punished for that, but the kills and deaths gained from the rally won't be counted for your KVK stats. This is something that is good. I've seen this many times in other kingdoms. They take rallies, even not just the kingdom that I was in, kingdoms that I was not in as well. They take rallies to increase DKP, also increase kill points. Now, I'm gonna bring up something in here that I feel like everyone is going to... Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to get targeted for this because this is something that is like unspoken, but I'm sure many of you guys have seen this and people are reluctant to talk about it. You guys know me. I am not afraid of speaking up in here. I know maybe other content creators probably won't talk about this. They might lose, donations from that one, from the whales. But I've seen with even not just in Wales, all right? This is not just specific to Wales. I've seen this also with like leadership as well. Sometimes I've seen where they will say, okay, we're gonna reduce the amount of power that we need for the kingdom. Send all your troops to this guy, kill your troops, fight this guy in the open field, and just use your like weak commander and just get your troops into the hospital. And that's one way that we can lower the hospital. Now I think the system now with the power ranking have changed. I'm not so sure, but this is something that I've seen. And, there are players who will like put markers and then you can dump your troops into that, that specific person. So that is also something that is legit in Rise of Kingdoms that nobody really talks about. So when we talk about KP, when we talk about all these things in here within the game, when people call me out with my KP, I don't really give a damn. I don't really care much about it because I've seen so many fake KPs in Rise of Kingdoms. So many fakes that fakes their kill points within the game. So this is why I just focus on having fun and playing the game that I play, because too many fake kill points that people get. So that's also the same thing with like here in the DKP. People do a lot of fake manipulations with DKP. Some people even said to me like, hey, just lower your power and like you can have a better DKP system, points accumulation. I'm like, I'm not doing that. I play my game. I play my own. If I want to lower my power, I'll lower my power, but I'm not doing that to manipulate a DKP system. So that is something that, one thing that I want to talk about that I really like with 2891 is that they are avoiding and preventing any fake statistics that can be accumulated by each players within the game. Just a quick thing in here. If you are in 2891, we are looking for certain people. So maybe you guys are going to be interested in the next season. Whenever we finish our KVK, you guys can reach out to Bilal. They are looking for certain expertise of players in here for data, statistics, MGE, territory. This is something that the kingdom needs. This would be really great if you can implement some of the things that you have in mind to join us and be part of a good kingdom. Now, another kingdom mail in here that I like, that I kind of just mentioned earlier about the DKP fake manipulation, is this. This is another thing. It says here that take into your kind consideration that KVK contribution statistics only contain scores gained for the 48 hours after pass 4 opening. So this is something that is really good that I like what they have done. It's like for people that are fighting for like nonsense just to get their KP up, it's not worth it for you guys because you're not going to get that points, which is good because it's preventing fake manipulation. Again, let me show this to you guys. I'm gonna go to Discord right now. All right, I'm on Discord right now, and here we go. I can get to show you what I mean by this 48 hours type of thing. You can see at level 4 pass 0 to 12 hours, I've gained almost 9 million points in here. And 12 to 48 hours, I gain 1.5 million points. Anything after that, I'm not gaining any more points. So my goal is to get 76 million points. That's a lot. Wow. But yeah, this is something that is good with the kingdom, what they're doing. So they also said that the proceeding essentially means that the kills and dead troops you gain from now until the next complete scan will not count towards your final score. Furthermore, please be aware that taking rallies from enemies is still strongly prohibited and punishable up to exclusion from the list for the final KVK rewards. So just keep that in mind, that this is something that a good kingdom do, and I think many kingdoms should implement within the game. So this is something that I like what 2891 is doing. Now, another thing that I like about here in the kingdom is the coordination between each alliances. As you guys can see, this is the D91G. Everyone is building like a whole flag. So you can see so many flags that are being dropped right now. So this is the G. Wow. So I like the organization. Even though we are in the R alliances, the communication between leadership is really good. They did make a plan in here for the monument to hold off the flags in here. You can see we've built a lot already here as well. You can see this is the total of 200 Crusaders flag built between all coalition in Lost Kingdom. So this is to control basically the progress from the game for when the pass is going to open. So we had like a lot of buildings earlier in here as well. You can see a lot of them were like demolished as well. They were like built and then they were demolished. So this is something that is cool that, you know, I see within 2891, the leadership, the structure, they have good intentions in here and good approach. So I think this is definitely a good model for many kingdoms to look into. So feel free to reach out to any of the leadership in here to brainstorm them maybe. So just speak to them. You guys can definitely speak to Bilal. He's a good friend of mine. We talk on and off in the game as well. You guys can speak with other ones in here, with Seymour, good guy as well. Some of them I still haven't gotten to know yet. I do hope that eventually we'll be able to speak. You guys can speak to Shelby as well. She's a cool gal as well within the game in here. But besides that, I think, you know, I just want to give a highlight into 2891, what they're doing. I like what they're doing so far, and I hope they keep continuing doing this. And yeah, fake DKP is something legit that is happening within the game. So, you know, maybe you guys have thought about it, but never really had talked about it. So feel free to discuss this among yourselves within the comment section below. Anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. I will see you guys again next time.